Hey Realtors, so some of you saw my last video about Canva, a free design tool online that can help you create really professional looking materials for your next event, like an open house or seminar. Well, today I'm going to show you how to use Facebook ads. These are paid ads that you can create on Facebook to promote your next event. And this has worked really well for us because Facebook has really amazing targeting features. Plus, you don't have to spend a ton of money. You can start an ad for as little as $1 a day. So let me navigate over to Facebook and start to show you how this process works. Well, some of you might be wondering, what exactly are Facebook ads? Well, they look a lot like regular Facebook posts, except as you'll see here with this ad, you'll see the word sponsored written underneath the company title when you see an ad. So as I scroll through my news feed, there's a mixture of posts from people that are my friends and also ads that I will see. Now, wouldn't it be great if you could have an actual ad for your event right here on the Facebook newsfeed as people are scrolling through? Well, I'm going to show exactly how to do that. Again, you'll want to be on your newsfeed to get started, but look over to the left section here, the left panel, once you are on your newsfeed for a few different options to get into the Ads Manager to start creating your ad. The first that you might see is under the Explore section. You might see the Ads Manager button right here for you to navigate over to that section of Facebook. But if you haven't already been to the Ads Manager and set it up, you may not see this option and will only be able to create your ad by going here under the Create section and clicking the Add button. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. And as I click that button, what we are navigating over to is the back end of Facebook, specifically the Ads Manager, where Facebook has a whole host of information so that marketing companies and also regular businesses can use to create an ad. In this case, we're obviously creating an ad for an event, so we are going to keep that in mind as we go through this process. So now that I'm in the Ads Manager, you'll see a screen where you're asked to choose a marketing objective. Now, this part of the Ads Manager is called the campaign level, and there's actually 3 different levels to an ad campaign on Facebook. At the campaign level, you're asked to choose the goals for your campaign. So in this case, we are very interested in getting people to an event. So I'm very familiar with the Ads Manager, and I know that the one that we want to choose as an objective for an event is called engagement, so that we can promote an event. You can click on this engagement button if you're looking to start to advertise an event. And as we scroll down the page here, we see a few different options. We can run an ad to get post engagement, to get page likes, but again, like I said, this is a tutorial on how to create an event ad, so I'm going to choose event responses. And what this allows me to do is run an ad that actually tries to gather event responses through a Facebook event. So if you put up an event already on Facebook and you want to know how your ad is working, how many RSVPs you get from it, this is a great option to choose because Facebook will tell you once your ad starts running, how many people RSVP as a result of you running this ad. Here we'll choose the name of the campaign. So let's pretend that I am creating a campaign for a first-time home buyer seminar that I am running as a real estate agent. I'm going to go ahead and name my campaign something along those lines so I can come back later and know exactly what this ad campaign is about. So I'll name it First Time Homebuyer Seminar, and let's imagine that this event is coming up in March of this year. I like to be pretty detailed with the titles of my events, so again, I always know what they are for. And once I name that campaign, again, we're leaving the section where we're setting the goals for our ad campaign and continuing on to the next level of creating an event ad. The next level is called the ad set. And as you see, when I hit the continue button, we move from the campaign level down into the second level, again called the ad set. And this is a very important level of the campaign because this is where we will choose the audience for the ad, so who the ad will actually be shown to, and also the budget for the ad, among a few other things. So the first thing I always like to do again is name the ad set. So again, we're holding a seminar for first-time home buyers. I'm going to go ahead and say that this ad set is first-time home buyers in the St. Louis area. What's great about running ads on Facebook is that Facebook compiles a lot of data from not only its own platform, but from other sources too, so that you can target almost anyone you can imagine through their platform. So as we get into the ad set, I'm going to keep this a little bit simple, especially for those who are new to the Ads Manager. You have the option to choose between a lot of different targeting features. The first, of course, being location. Right now, Facebook has it set as the generic location of the United States. So if you keep this checked, basically you can target anyone who's on Facebook in the entire United States. Well, that's really broad for a real estate agent who's focused in St. Louis. So I usually get rid of that option and try to customize it down to our local area. So let's go ahead and choose a pretty central area in St. Louis. I often choose Maplewood, Missouri, since it seems to be pretty central. And once I do that, Facebook puts a pin in a map to point out where exactly Maplewood is. And it draws a circle around. This is a radius that allows you to target everyone who's in that area with ads as soon as they get on Facebook. I also I like to expand that radius to be 50 miles so that we're getting people in the Illinois area, part of the greater St. Louis area, and also Wentzville, further out into West County areas of St. Louis. Once I do that, I have a pretty large area selected, so that means as it stands right now, I can target anyone who is a Facebook user in that area with the ads about my event. But again, that's pretty broad because we want to target people who are likely to be first-time home buyers with our ad. So as we move down, you'll see some other targeting features like age. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to bump that up to 21 years old as the starting age for this ad set. And as for the cap for the age, I'm going to put that around 40 years old. So that means that we are now targeting people between the ages of 21 and 40 years old with an ad. Again, hoping that some of those people are going to be first-time home buyers and would be interested in our seminar. And you can also choose specific genders if you only want to target men or women. I'm going to leave it as all in this case, so that we can target all the people in this population. Coming back up here, I did want to mention that when you choose the location for your ad set, you can actually even click this drop-down menu and be very specific. Instead of just targeting everyone who is in this location, you can target just people who live in this location. And what's great about that is Facebook will then show ads to people who actually live in St. Louis, not those who are traveling and happen to be on Facebook while they're waiting in line to get into the Arch or something like that. That wouldn't be very helpful for a real estate agent unless you're someone who specializes in relocation. So let's move on down here to do some even more detailed targeting. Again, we are setting up an ad for a seminar and are trying to identify people who might want to buy a home for the first time. So one really great targeting feature that Facebook has is that it's identified a group of people who are likely to move. So as I start typing that in here under the detailed targeting area, it'll pull up all different types of options. Again, since I know this is a good group, I'm going to go ahead and select it. And Facebook is starting to narrow down my audience over here to tell me that there's 25,000 people in the radius location I set who are also between the ages of 21 and 40 years old and who are also likely to move within the next year. So what's really great about that is some of these people could likely be first-time home buyers, and especially by targeting it by age, I'm getting pretty close to being able to target the right type of people for the seminar. I'd recommend looking at some of the other options here. To make this video quick, I won't go into all the different types of behaviors or interests or demographics that you can target with these Facebook ads, but Facebook actually pulls people into a variety of different groups based on, again, their interests and behaviors and also their demographic information, and you can target them based on that. So as we move down this page, I'm going to leave most of the other things on my ad set as they are already set, which is Facebook's recommended placements, and then also as we move down here, we're going to want to adjust the budget. So the budget, like I said, it can be as small as you want or as large as you want to promote your event. So for our budget, I often start at about $5 a day, just to be safe so that I'm not spending a huge amount of money, but also enough to actually target quite a few people. So once I set a budget, Facebook actually gives me an estimate of how many people they'll show that ad to. And in this case, with a $5 daily budget, I'll spend $35 a week. And with that, I'll reach about 150 to 630 people each day with these ads. Now, what they're showing here is the impression estimates. So that doesn't mean that every one of those people will actually click on your ad and take an action, but it means that they will show an ad to 150 to 630 people. And again, going up here, we can see that there are 25,000 people in the audience that we've created so far. So if we raise this budget, let's say to $10, we can target more people in that audience. Now we can target between 310 people to 1,000 people a day with a larger budget of $10. But again, I'm going to lower that to $5 daily. And again, we want to make sure that we are optimizing our ad to get event responses so that we know exactly how many conversions, how many people RSVP after they see our event ad. Okay, so now we've done some basic things in the ad set level to choose an audience and customize our budget so that we can run a great ad for the event. Let's go and continue on to the ad level so we can now create the actual ad. And this is where we get to be creative in creating the images, the video, or the copy for the ad that we'll be running. So once I have created my ad name, I have to choose the page that the ad will be associated with. So I'll, for the sake of this tutorial, just choose our regular Connect Marketing Facebook business page. And then down here, I get to choose between the different types of ads that I could possibly run. An image ad, I can run a video about the event. I'd highly recommend doing this whenever you can for an event. And also a slideshow ad that is a compilation of different images that you can upload. So I'm going to go ahead and select a single video. And what this allows me to do is now create an ad that actually has a video attached to it. And what's really powerful about that is people respond very well to video because they can learn a lot more when they see both the audio and visual of a video. So once I try to upload my video, I can just choose any from my actual computer. Or if I've already uploaded that video to Facebook previously, maybe I put it on my business page, I can even go over to Browse Library, find my page's videos. I'm just going to go ahead and choose a random one here, one that was about for our last Real Marketing Breakfast, which is a free training we do for real estate agents on marketing strategies. So I'll go ahead and select that video for this example. And once I do that, I can also choose the thumbnail that I want people to see in the ad. As they're scrolling through the news feed, this is what they will see before the video starts to autoplay. So it's very important to choose a good thumbnail. I like to choose one from the options here that looks visually interesting. So maybe one that has some people talking. I think that's a great one for an event. I also liked one back here that had a big group shot of the audience for the event, which is also pretty compelling. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that example for the thumbnail. And once you do that, you can also generate captions for your video. Again, I'd highly recommend that for an event ad so that even if someone doesn't turn on the volume to listen to the audio for the video, they can read the captions and learn from that. Down here, I actually get to create the message for my ad. So the first thing I'll do is write a statement that really tries to attract first-time home buyers to the event. So, are you looking to purchase your first home? If so, and then I'd finish on my copy from that, inviting them to the event to teach them whatever I have to offer at my first-time home buyer seminar. Right here, you'll choose under the choose the Facebook event you want to promote, you will be able to choose from the Facebook events that you have created through any of the pages that you manage. So I'm going to choose the Real Marketing Breakfast, again, one of our events for the purposes of this. And now you can see that by adding that event to the ad, it gives people the option to actually RSVP by clicking on the ad and changing this button here from interested to going, which is pretty neat. This is a great way to get RSVPs without actually getting people all the way over to your Facebook event page. They can just click on the ad and RSVP right then and there. And once you have all your copy written out and also your image or video selected, maybe you've customized your ad to the specifications you want, all you have to do is click confirm, and now your ad will be up and running. So now you've learned how to use the Facebook Ads Manager to create a very simple event ad for your next real estate event. With that, you can target your ideal audience and get your event in front of the right people to have them show up. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. We'd love to make some more to teach you some Facebook skills. And as you can see, the Ads Manager also can be very complex, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions. We'd be happy to help or point you in the right direction. Anyways, hope to see you soon at our next event or also watching some of these videos. Talk to you later.